Hello, people. Yes, welcome to another episode of Pteranodon Media's Show and Tell What the Hell. And we're going to talk about, how can I put this? Discounted toys, another discounted toy edition. Yes. Today, I went to Gamestop. And here's one thing about collecting, folks. Sometimes you never know what you're going to get. So part of toy hunting involves just random finds. And today I was lucky enough to find some pretty decent random finds. And today we're going to be talking about this figure. And let me tell you how much I paid for each one of these figures. $5. That's right. GameStop was getting rid of these because they hadn't been flying off the shelves as they had originally hoped. But I'm glad I found them because $5 is an excellent price for me. And the first one we're going to show here, and I am going to open him carefully, is HOOOOOOOO Jim Duggan. Originally priced at $24.99, now $5. And of course, it comes with a multitude of items. Let me move the camera back. Whoop. And here we go. Here we go. There we go. So there's our lovely, lovely HOOOOOOO Jim Duggan. And if you were to give me a moment here, I would like to open him up for you. I can't find my little special opener. I can't find my special tool to open up this damn thing here. Hold on. Well, to hell with keeping this box in good condition. I kind of fucked it up. But, yeah, they didn't make it easy for me. You could observe me struggling with this shit. You gotta, like, open it. They just didn't make it an easy open. Either you're gonna keep it in the box, or you're gonna, like, open it. Either way, the box is nice. I may try to, like, I like the box because it looks like an arcade machine. I may try to tape it back together, but it just seems like you have to open every single thing. Like, the way they did it, it's just not. Look at that. See, it's really not easy. I see the error of my ways. By the way, why did everybody like him when he was referring to everyone as his prostitutes? There we go. Now, these Mattel WWE figures are awesome. Let's talk about this American flag here. It's cool. He comes with all the HOOOOOOO Jim Duggan stuff. Wait a minute. This looks odd. Yeah, he does have a onesie singlet there. But still a fun figure to have. I actually do not have a HOOOOOOO Jim Duggan. This is was it the King of the Ring or version where he was, let's see, let's put this right here, and his flag so he can be chanting his USA USA. I always liked him. He is a good representation of America. Look at that. America's cheerleader, HOOOOOOO Jim Duggan, $5. Goodbye. Well played, me. So that is our first guy for $5. Let's get number 2 here. Mr. Launchpad McQuack. I always like Launchpad. This is my first he was actually clearance at $5.97, but they said, you know what, let's do $5. Fine. I would like to have a Launchpad. I always like Launchpad, and not just because he sounds like Alan Thicke. It just seemed to me to be the kind of guy that would, like, you know, after the day is done, he'd go to some bar and hook up with some nice, hot duck lady. Yeah, he was a pimp. I liked Launchpad McQuack. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about him. I'm happy to have a Launchpad in the collection. I never got any of the other Disney ones, but I may try to pick them up if I do find them on clearance at another time. They're not super articulated, but would go well with my original Ninja Turtles. So, yeah, Launchpad. Now, Number 3, this is actually cheaper than $5. This is actually $3.97. Dr. Wily. Dr. Wily. With his chin there that resembles something. What do you think it looks like? To me, it looks like a chin. So, yeah, nice little Dr. Wily figure to go with your Mega Man figure that I have. And, you know, it's a weird figure to have released, but I guess if you got to put a bad guy in there, Dr. Wily. I don't know if we're going to get more of these. They put out variants of Mega Man in the first wave, which I thought it would have been better to have other Robot Masters in there. But the problem with Robot Masters is which ones, and are you going to have to do all of them? Because if you get, like, Guts Man, you're going to want Cuts Man, you're going to want Elec Man, you're going to want all of them. But it's good to have a main villain. Dr. Wily is pretty cool. It would have been nice had we gotten a Dr. Wily machine robot skull thing for him to ride on top of. But good to add to my extraneous villains collection. So what if Dr. Wily, Launchpad McQuack, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan all formed a team? That would be cool, wouldn't it? Which might be a new segment, by the way, that I would call, Wouldn't It Be Cool If? Oh, yes, and my final $5 figure originally, this was not $13.99 originally. Let me take off the sticker here. $19.99 was the original price, but I finally got a Kingdom Hearts. I'm not a Kingdom Hearts guy, but it came with a 7-inch Tron figure. And I love Tron. I love Tron. It was one of my first movies. One of my first favorite live-action movies. One of the first movies I owned on VHS in the early 80s. And I love Tron. There were a couple of other Tron figures in the line, I believe. But I don't know if they ever got released or what. I never saw them. But I'm happy to get a Tron character. I used to have the original Tron toys, too. And they were so cool. Oh, yeah, there we go. Tron bad guy, as I used to call him. Oddly enough, I used to trick my brother and tell him that Tron was a live-action Mega Man when he was probably about 4 years old. And he believed me for a little bit. And he found out the truth of the matter. And he still holds it against me. Let's take a look at our little soldier, Kingdom Hearts soldier. I am not very familiar with Kingdom Hearts, but I know it merges video games with Disney characters, and it has had a huge following for the past, I don't know, 15 years it seems. But yeah, I mean, this is, I guess, from one of the more recent Kingdom Hearts game. You guys can give me more information about it. I've never played a single one of them, so I hope you forgive me. But let's take out Tron. Let's take a look at Tron here without to get all excited, trying to just take him out of the package. Get out! Get out! I like that they kept them very movie accurate as far as the gray and blues go. He does have leg articulation. I would have liked some more accessories. He has the disc on the back. Look at all the nice little details here. These aren't sculpted in. These are all paint apps. And the rest, the other lines are sculpted in. The Tron lines. And it's funny that this, the whole sleek cybernetic line style originated, or the whole design look originated from the first Tron movie. Now you see that everywhere. Take a look at some of the more cybernetic looking bad guys in anything now. You always see these like sleek, cool cyber lines, and they're always like shining a light through them. I see them in Transformers. I see them all over the place. So yeah, the Tron design. Now, a lot of people weren't familiar with the Tron movie, but it really was very impressive. Very early CGI, but that movie still amazes me. It still draws me in every time I watch it, and it's good to have in the background, too. Very underrated movie, I think. One of my favorite Disney films. So yeah, good to have a version of Tron now. I can keep him with my, I don't know, he could hang out with He-Man or Skeletor. He's about that same scale. It's a pretty big scale. It would have been nice to have some 6-inch Tron, but beggars can't be choosers. I'd like to see another re-release of the 3 3/4 original Tron figures, which I still think are some of the coolest toys ever. Those original Tron. But anyway, folks, that's all this came out to about $20 altogether. And just goes to show that you never know what you're going to find, because I randomly stumbled in. I opened the door and I stumbled in. And the guy said, "Hey, I got a box full of toys if you're wanting to buy it." You look like a dork. You look like a guy that spends too much money on toys. Look at this box for all $5. Get over here now. And I did. And I got all these. And I'm happy. Anyway, folks, thanks for checking this out. We'll see you later on.